Just finishing off digging out here and here, last couple of bits. And I'm just starting to cut out the space for the telescopic vents. So I've drilled from the outside in, and I'm just going to cut away this brick with this here, just to pocket it out just a little bit, and I may end up using the bigger angle grinder to cut down the rest of it. This is just the first cut to see how it fits. I have drilled from the outside. There are more holes in this, but they seem to have got blocked up with dust and debris, so I'm going to re-drill them from the outside. And then I pocketed this out. I kind of scored a line down the outside here, you can see, with the angle grinder. And then I used the SDS drill and a chisel bit and basically just pocketed this out because it's much cleaner and a lot less dusty doing it that way than if you just try and cut the whole thing. But this now fits in a treat that sits well below. This laser line here is my finished floor level, so we're obviously sitting well below finished floor height here. Got all the airflow. I can feel a slight breeze, but it'll be slightly better when it's obviously pocketed out a bit more up at the outside. So I've done this one, now I just need to go and do that one on that side. Right, second vent cut. There you can see the holes that I've drilled through. And what I've been doing is I've just been going along with this, just to make sure they're fully clear the whole way through, getting all of the dust out. I'm going to hoover that out a little bit, and then this fits in there really nicely now. So this is our finished floor height, so obviously this is well below finished floor, which is perfect. So I can now fill this in and render over it. Right, we are finally down to our level the entire way round. All of that's been dug down, all of that's down over there. If I grab my story stick, I can show you. That's the minimum level. That's even better, so we're well below. So we're doing really well the whole way round, which is great. So now that that's done, telescopic vents are done, and what I've done is I've just temporarily filled them with the expanding foam. When that cures up, I'm going to shave it off, flush, and then run a layer of plaster straight over the front of that. And then we're going to be laying our damp-proof membrane throughout the whole thing, taping that, and then we can start running the timbers in the whole way round. The plumber is coming back to sort that. There's going to be an electrician coming to check the electrical cables, just to ensure that everything is kosher and working well. But now that we're down to level, I'm very happy, and I can reset this laser level lower now for the top of the timber joists, and we can run the timber joists in. So we're just going to take lunch and then crack on with the work. Cool, so the lads just finished putting this down. Now we're going to do a couple of things. One, we're going to make some little incisions where these things are so that we can get it up a little bit higher. We're then going to masking tape it up to the wall, and we're going to do the same on this side. So you always tape the opposite ends, then you can, tuck it down nice, get it flat, and then you peel one side back and you put masking tape along it, peel the other side back, masking tape along it, and then you fold them down so that you've got the bottom side taped and the top side taped. I'll show you what we mean in case that's not especially clear, but this is going well, because now that we've got all the soil and everything trapped back here, it's going to start feeling a lot cleaner, a lot nicer to work in here. Right, you can see we've taped it all up here way higher than we need to be. That's perfect on all sides, and what we did is we just notched it out with the knife just to allow access for the cables and the pipes. What we've done now is we've peeled back the top layer, and we are going to run a whole load of sticky tape on the underside here, so it's sticky side facing up, so it's lapped, so half the tape is on the underside here and the other half is sat there. Then what we do is we gently and carefully pull this layer over and lay it down and roll it so that this side is bonded to the underside of this side here. We're going to do that the whole way along up there. Then when we roll it over, we're going to stick this side down, face down onto that there, and that way there's no air flow or moisture flow from the underside of the floor there up into this part of the floor and then into the flooring here. And that way it's nice and bonded down, it's belt and braces, and we know that there is going to be no moisture coming up through this part of the floor. So if I just show you, we have taped this down the whole way. I don't want to disturb the bonding of it, but we've taped the bottom to the top one. Now we're just going to pull this very gently and carefully over, like that, the whole way along. Fine, it's fine. Step it into the grooves, like that. Making sure that all of the electrical cables are on top. And now we can take that top side down and we are fully bonded and there's no way of moisture getting in. So I'll do that now and show you what it's looked like when it's done. And that's what I was talking about. So that's the top side taped down. So this is the top sheet, came up here, we've taped it down the whole way along. So that is now fixed all the way up. So what this allows us to do now, that is completely damp proof. There's ventilation, we're just going to tidy up this corner here, we're just going to go into the corner and round, same in there. But there's damp proof there, there's airflow over there as well. We're in a really good shape now to run a new string line, or a new laser, all the way around to show where our joists need to be, and then we can start getting them in. Right, we're at the exciting stage now. We're just about to start cutting these timbers on my story stick. This obviously showed us the height that everything needed to be. I made a mistake before as well, I'll own up to that. It's actually 20mm oak, not 6. Not the end of the world, doesn't really matter, to be honest. On the back side of it, what I've done is I've drawn up the measurements that we need where we need them. So we've got an alcove here. Obviously that's going to be that first bit there, the 2580. Chimney breast is 2650. And then that little short alcove in there is the 400. And that allows me to just quickly mark up. One of the guys is going to brace it, the other one's going to call out the measurements. I can strike them with the tape and the square. So I'm wearing my framing belt again. And then we can cut them, hold them up, see how they look, and then fix them in place. As I think I mentioned this before, but if I haven't, what I'm going to do, I'm going to sit that 2x9 somewhere down around here, and then I'm going to use a packer to hold it flush and level out from the wall, because it's these bricks here is about 47mm, which is ideal because that's exactly the depth of the timber. So I can put a little 2x4 in here, or an offcut of 2x9 in this section here, and I can string off this bit here, and I'm perfectly in line then, and flush the whole way along. I'll show you what it looks like after. Right, our first timber joist is in. It's bang on the laser. Well, it's just slightly out of square, so it's there, bang on the laser. If I show you here, it is dead level, which is excellent. That's a really good way to start a solid floor. And then all we need to do is make sure that we're level across this way as well. And oh look, there's the laser touching the bottom of the level with the bubble in the middle. So we know we're going to be in a good place. What I've done is I have nailed a support to the back here, and then I've run a hole right the way through into the brick, and the same on this side here and here. And now what I'm doing is I'm getting these and I'm going to drive them the whole way through into the brick, through the wood, and that will then expand and hold that super tight and strong up into the wall. It's sitting on the foundation, so now all that's left for me to do is to put this sheet up around the back of it and drive it home, and we've got the first timber in. Right, so we're in really good shape. That's gone down as you saw, and we've started cutting our wood and bolting it on here. So we've got this, and what we've made sure is that when we bolt it, it is nice and level across as well from this one, and also under here there's a timber there. So that one across there is that one across there is level as well from here to here. So the whole way across there, from all the way across there, is level, which is really good. We had the laser set up, but it kept getting jiggled because of walking on this. So we stopped using it and we started just doing it with this spirit level and leveling the whole way across. We can get the laser back on it after that. Tomorrow what we'll do is have, that was really frustrating because the wall is awful back there. I had to go and buy 160mm bolts because the 100-foot ones didn't fit. Tomorrow is going to be a similar story, putting the stringer the whole way across there, and then we can start running our beams across. We can get our joist hangers on, run our beams across. So we're in a really good shape, really good position. Calling it a day now, 5 to 5. It's been a long, hard day, and yeah, we're going to go home now. See you on the next one.